November the 8th, 2023. This is our third take. We're having some internet issues today. So obviously I'm pretty happy about the way things turned out with the local election. I expected a better return with Bobby and Vinay, but for whatever reasons, Jeff just plowed over everybody. In fourth place, I'm sorry, did I do that? Yeah, I think I did. Not by 10 votes, not by 100, not by 200, not by 500. You got your ass spanked. And believe me, that's a chore. By the people of Hazleton. They totally rejected you. What it tells me is they reject what you do at those council meetings. They reject what you do at the school board and how you do it. And they obviously were not ready to put a trainee into City Hall and didn't even think about it. 310 votes is not good. It's just not good. I knew it was going to happen. Like I said, I just thought that Vinay and Bobby would do better, but obviously that didn't happen either. I heard that you're going to move out of town. I can promise you this. I can raise more money for you to do that than you probably raised to run your campaign. So just give our office a call over here, and we do have somebody that answers the phone every time. It's amazing how you can do that. I want to warn you that the check that Paulie Delafacto gave you for your campaign is going to bounce because he's never written one that hasn't been to jail for that several times, as a matter of fact, if I recall. You can look it up. It's all fact. See the difference, like I tried to tell you in our first interview, Mrs. DeLuca, it's all about credibility, and you have none. When you have a stupid husband that makes stupid remarks about me having a VIN plate machine and blah, 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 whatever, and then you don't stop that, then that means that you encourage it. And you knew it was stupid. You knew it was wrong. The things that you said about Mike Possessor, Kiko Barletta, bringing Keegan into this did not help you at all, let me tell you, because there were some people that were really pissed off. It's just, you're stupid. All the things that you did all along during this campaign were stupid. And you lost, and now the proof is in the pudding. So you, your husband, your degenerate sister, who's been making comments, is she one to talk, boy, let me tell you. She's got some real good shit going on in her life, doesn't she? Wonderful person. Wish her the best. I warned you, when you hang out with losers and you align yourself with losers, that's what happens. You lose. Maybe you should have got your brother who murdered the 2-year-old by shaking it to death because it was black, from what I understand. Maybe you should have gotten him to do a video. Maybe that would have helped. Maybe you'd have got 240 votes instead of the 310. I love how in the primary you were bragging that you got 400 votes in the primary, the write-ins. I got news for you, girl. Most of those were probably for Jeff Cassat writing in from the Democratic side. So again, dumbass. Just check the box. Now, on to my post the other day in Facebook about the school board. I had pneumonia, so I was not able to do a podcast, and I was pretty sick. Doing much better, obviously, now. Made my little comments about the school board. Since the election is over, I am going to really delve into the school board and what's going on there. I'm going to file several right to knows because I want to be able to publish what's going on and who's getting what and where the money is going. So I will be doing that. I promise you. I'm going to make it my mission. Not because I'm out to get anybody, and I told you that the other day. I just feel like people have a right to know where your taxes are going. You can do it with the federal government. You can do it with the state government. And now we're going to do it with the school board. $220 million budget. $220 million budget. You have people graduating from school. 40% proficiency in math and reading. $12,000 per student being spent. 20% is actually going to education, I believe. The other 80% is administration, buildings, upkeep, all that other stuff, pensions, of course. So just want to see what it is. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about it. I know I'm not wrong. And so we will be talking about, while I'm on that subject, it's amazing to me. I know that most teachers are of the Democratic persuasion, liberals, as I call them. And because you are that, because they are that, because they're the people that support the teachers' unions, which those people should be locked up and put in jail. That's all there is to it. They are rapists, and they have been robbing people for years. The teachers' union, they're criminals. They should be classified as criminals. Anyway, we're gonna expose that. We're going to let folks know, because nobody knows. The older folks in town, when I tell them how the whole pension thing works and how they come up with the amount of money and how they have no idea, they are astonished. Excuse me. Anyway, got some very positive things to talk about besides the election. What I wanted to say was, liberals, when you are with them, man, they're hugging you like you're a long lost cousin from another country. When you go against them, wow. Persona non grata, baby. Proved it the other night while I was the day I did that thing on Facebook about the teachers and the school board. A person who hugged me the last time I saw him and said I was the best fucking thing since sliced bread, snubbed me completely because he's a teacher. His relative was running for the school board, and he barely said hello to me. It's amazing. It really is. Typical liberalism. I'm with you. You're the best guy in the whole world. I say something that, wait a minute now, and it's over. So what happened to that before, when I was the guy who was, you fucking idiots. You know what? It's going to be awkward now for me to go out in public and see so many of these people, these teachers and school board people. You know what? I don't care. I am going to do the job. When I go out in public or I go into a place and they say, thanks for everything you're doing, and thank you for being the voice of us. That's all I need. I don't need your money. Your teachers and your school board don't need your money, and you don't need it. If you don't want to patronize my business because I'm out there telling people just the truth and the way shit works, are you ashamed of it? Are you ashamed of the fact that you're taking all that money? I don't know. It's you shouldn't be. It was offered to you. It's in your contract. You're getting it. You feel as if you work for it and you deserve it. I personally mostly do not. I'm sure some of you do. But 105% of your salary is over the top. I'm sorry. It should never happen. So, on to some good stuff. We are going to be opening a new restaurant and a notary, and we are going to have a actual OpinioNate studio in Humboldt. We hope to be open with the restaurant and cafe portion of it in January. The notary will come a little bit later, I think, because it takes really some time to get that going. Other than the one, and we'll have everything here still, everything. That being said, we are going to need some help. On the notary side of it, if you're 18 years old or older, obviously, we can train you. We can get you through the notary process. We can get you through the PennDOT process. And in 30 to 40 days, you can be a full-fledged notary making really good money and and really just be able to write your own ticket. You can open your own business after you have it. Obviously, we want you to stay with us. But just anything you want. It's not a job. It's a career, being a notary. And obviously, I've done very well. So, like I said, new restaurant, new notary, a studio for the podcast, and the hiring part of it. The restaurant is doing terrific. The week before last, we had a record week. So we need help as well here in this restaurant, because we're expanding a little bit and maybe going to open up an extra day. We're only open now Thursday through Sunday for hot food. I'm looking for y'all who have been supportive of what I do with the podcast and on Facebook and with this whole election thing and what I continue to do. Just looking for you to be supportive of my businesses, because I will take a hit with what I'm doing. I think not out at Humboldt, because my audience out there are not teachers, and unless they're coming from Eagle Rock, maybe teachers and administrators and, people with the pensions that I'm talking about that are crippling the city, the state, and the school board. I am going to run for school board in the next election. I believe it just depends on my health, and it depends on what's going on with my businesses. But I would like to be a voice, because when I tell you that putting teachers on the school board is just one of the dumbest things that you can do. And see, they did it slowly, really. They did it, and then they didn't notice it, and it was just, right? So no strikes in 20-some years that I know of, probably longer, because why would you have to strike when you got the people who are voting on it and giving it to you going to benefit from what they're voting on and giving to you? Lifetime contracts with people over there on the school board in administration, really? How do you get away with that, man? Who do you think you are? These salaries are out of control. You think that you need to pay people that to get good people? They're not good people. They're bankrupting our shit, man. In the old days, you went to a guy. He lived down by, where did he live? In Beach Mountain? I'm not going to say his name, Frankie Faye. But you would just give him kind of an envelope, from what I understand, and you were a teacher, boom, on the school board. If you didn't want to play ball, or a teacher in the district. If you didn't want to play ball, you didn't get the job. If you didn't have a cousin, a brother, a sister on the school board, you didn't get the job. Now it's not about that. Now it's about contracts. Okay, we're going to build a new school. You got plumbers, you got electricians, you got the thing, you got a general contractor, you got the subcontractors, you got the... Man, it's so messed up. I don't know how much money it costs to redo that castle up on 9th Street, but I know that by the time it was over, a lot of people made a shit ton of money. You have a guy on that school board who is a total disaster. He's a disaster. Nice enough guy. He's on there for all the wrong reasons, man. It's bad. I'm not going to bring his name out, because I want to do that when I get further into this thing. But he was reelected last night, and it's a sad thing. If I see you out, I don't give a shit. I don't like you for what you represent and what you do. Know that. When you have a position that affects kids, and this is how you handle it, you shouldn't be there. You just should not be there. I think that's about all I have. I guess I should do a joke. I have a joke about a guy that was out on the golf course, and he forgot which hole he was playing. And so he yelled to a woman that was in front of him on the next hole. And he said, what hole are you on? And she said, I'm on 7. And he said, oh, okay, this must be 6. I'm good. Thanks. So they play a little bit later. They're on the back 9, and he forgets again. And he yells to her, "What hole are you on?" And she said, 14. And he said, "Oh, okay, I'm on 13. I'm 1 hole behind." And so they finish their rounds of golf, and they meet up in the clubhouse. And he said, "Hey, how you doing?" He said, "Thanks." He said, "I kept losing track of where I was, and I knew I was only 1 hole behind." And she said, "Yeah." He said, So they start talking, and he said, "What do you do?" She said, "Oh, I'm not even going to tell you because you'll just start laughing." He said, "No, I won't. I'm just asking you what you do." She said, "I'm a salesman." He said, "Oh, what do you sell?" She said, "Tampons." And he said, "Oh my God." And he just starts laughing. And she said, "See, I told you you were going to start laughing." He said, "No, you don't understand." He said, "I'm a salesman too." She said, "Really? What do you sell?" He said, "Toilet paper. I'm still just 1 hole behind." That's all I got for today. I hope you have a good day. Like I said, I'm going to, as soon as I'm well enough, I'm going to do some research. Paulie DiLorenzo, I saw that you had a video. You're building a house. I didn't know if you were trying to say that was your house or were you. And by the way, thanks for saying forget about it so much. Every time you say that, I go cha-ching over here. Cha-ching, cha-ching. You just keep doing that, even though you have 9 people that are watching your shit. But we will be doing another podcast probably not this weekend, but the following weekend, definitely before Thanksgiving. Please watch, share, and subscribe. Subscribe is the most important thing for me, please, because this is costing some serious money to do. And, from what I understand, people are enjoying it out there, and that's great. And that's the whole point. And I want you to get an education. I want you to laugh. I want you to, the way that I present it is great. I mean, according to you. So please subscribe, because that's the only way to really give this thing a jump start. And all you have to do is put in your email address, and it doesn't cost you anything. You don't need a credit card. You don't need any of that. You just hit the subscribe button and put in your email. And that way, every time that I do one, every time I do, then you will get a notification that I have one on there, and then you can watch what we're doing. So thanks again. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon. Ciao.